It just happened. X 1.2. You know what to do.
Run to the bunker. And now.
Run now. Now to the bunker. An X 1.2. We have already images of that. Right in front of. Guess what? Guess who? You and me. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Just happened. Just happened. And we will update all this information because it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming towards us. It's coming for sure. We will wait for the update from NOAA, but man, it's 100% because it was facing us. It's an X 1.2 from the sunspot 3777, a huge active region that already released some coronal mass ejections.
Be prepared.
Also, did you know, I bet that most of you don't know, if any of you know this. I just discovered it. And it's unbelievable. Did you know that we had a Carrington event, a second one, after the first one from 1859? Yes, it's true, and I will show you. Explosive. Explosive. We'll see that as well in a moment. Welcome, Kevin! Rising Storm, Thunder Low, Hedy. Quantum Aquarium is in the house. Eric. Everybody's here. Ever, Quasar. Thank you very much for being here. Let's update right away because you can expect this. Aurora. Aurora. Now, this is so fresh news. This is, by the way, this is breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news, an X 1.2 flare from the Sunspot Group AR3777. A huge one, very active, right in front of the Earth, facing Earth.
Run to the bunker now.
Now. Go. We have the images. We have all the images. Let's watch them. While we wait for the institutions to update the information. But for now, you are the first ones to know.
Synchronizing coronagraph. Connecting to spacecraft.
Unfortunately, Chris Green is not here, Starguy is not here. I can't watch the sun right now. We are starting the evening. And the sky is very bad here. Okay, updated. There we go. Straight away to the point. So a couple of hours was this. This is the region. Hold on. $3777. 3777, I will remind you. At the left, we have the 3780, the biggest one, huge, super scary, but so far, we don't know if it's the calm before the storm. And here at the right, let me present you the angry face. We saw this face of the sun yesterday, an angry face with two eyes. At the right, the 3774 now, and 3777. This is the region right in front of you and me. Bam! X1.2. X1.2 means coronal mass ejections on the way.
To the earth. Run to the bunker. Now.
Run, 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 run to the bunker. There we go. Let's see it. The more we wait, the more updated the information is, but we have already the images. Remember the face yesterday? This is updating. Remember the face here? The face? The one at the right, the one at the left. This is the region that just exploded. Let's see it. Yesterday, a huge M flare here. First was here. Look back. Look back. Look, 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 look. Bam! Remember? Yesterday, the first one here, a huge M flare with coronal mass ejection associated. Then we had a second one. Bam. Bam. From this region, 3777. And now, from the same region, the ugly 3777. Oh man. Hopefully, they will not reassign to 666.
666.
It's 777. And bam. You will see right now. Glitch. Loads of activity. You see this, all this brightness here. And the last imagery is coming. There we go. Huge, man. Huge. This is the last image we just have from the spacecraft. Enough to
Run to the bunker. Now.
Now let's zoom out to see if we have already. Should not. We will wait a bit more to have here. We go back. You will see in the other ones, the M flares. You will see. There we go. What will happen? Bam, you see? When the coronal mass ejection is expelled here. Bam, bam, bam. By the way, this is on the way to Earth already. Remember, coronal mass ejections 1 to 4 days on average to reach Earth. So we are expecting, as we updated the news yesterday, tomorrow 9 and 10. So it can be 9 or 10. It depends on the speed of a coronal mass ejection that will cause solar storm here and auroras in the sky. So that is already expected because it was the one that you saw. It will arrive. And now, probably two. We'll see the updates they have. You see, because we have here a halo as well. Bam! And here, bam! And now we will wait for the update because as the flare just happened here, in a few minutes we should see here something big. We will be the first ones to watch it because this is in real time. $37.77. Thank you, Quasar, for being a member for 30 months, a super explorer. You are a super explorer. Super explorer. Hold on, let me... Air conditioner. Super hot here. Okay, let's see the last information from NOAA while we wait for... Okay, we have information already. They updated. Okay, strong flare event here, they say on NOAA. Sweet for Trump! Thank you so much! Thank you for your super chat, man! Thank you so much! Thank you! No, it was not the 3780 yet. It will come, man, for sure. Such a huge one with complexity happening. I'm surprised if it doesn't happen anything from that one. It will happen. Thank you, Quasar, for gifting 10 Dobsonian Power memberships. Thank you. Nietzsche, Michael, Chelsea, Easy, Jesse, John, Lobster, MD1, Bo, Professor Mill. Welcome all to the spaceship, because now you are an explorer. You are an explorer. So from NOAA, just updated. R3 strong radio blackout observed today. A strong flare event. X 1.3 flare occurred from NOAA. No, this is not updated. This is the last one we had yesterday. This is at the right. No? Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me see. Published. Thursday. No, it's today. Okay. 2024. It was right now. Okay. It's updated. It's this one, but it's not the 3777. It's the 3774. Let's check it. Man, this is so fresh. It's the one at the right. It's the other eye of the face, not the one at the left. Okay. Both are dangerous. You saw yesterday. Bam, bam. One flare from each one. So right now was from the one at the right. I correct. The region was 3774. There was some confusion yesterday as well with the numbers, because it's fresh information, man. It's so fresh that we have to update from the official institutions later, always. Users of high-frequency radio signals may experience temporary degradation or complete loss of signal on much of the sunlit side of the Earth. Be aware that they are talking only about the radiation from the X-flare. They didn't update yet. They don't have the imagery yet. We are waiting for it. They didn't update yet the coronal mass ejection. Remember, the radiation reached Earth on 8 minutes. So the speed of light from the sun to the Earth. But then, usually, most of the time, especially with these huge flares, solar flares, there's coronal mass ejection associated, two different things. First, the flare, radiation, bam, affects every electronics on space, everything. And then, and radio, and then the coronal mass ejection, that will take 1 to 4 days, depending on the speed, 1 to 4 days to arrive Earth. On average, they will update that model as soon as possible. They are working for sure on that, because the prediction we just have right now, let me see what it is. Let's play the video from NOAA. This is the model of forecast, and bam, 2. Bam, bam. Okay, this is the sun here at the core of this circle, and this is the Earth, this green dot here. Now look, one here and another one here. One barely hits the Earth and another as well. Well, we were at the middle. It's the weakest point. From the 2 CMEs on the way, that according to NOAA will arrive or impact. The first one will be on the 9th, so tomorrow this will be UTC, so it will be tomorrow more or less at this time, exactly now. So tomorrow at this time, and then we have a second impact. This is the first impact, a second impact. Let me move the video, and bam, there we go. So this will be on the 10. That's why they spoke about the 9 and the 10. So we have a pretty nice weekend ahead. But now they will update later for sure, hopefully tomorrow, the impact from a CME. They didn't refer any CME, for sure it will be. And from this, associated to this X flare. Okay, this is the explanation that we have. Let's see the imagery again. So expect auroras. This is what you can expect for sure. I don't dare, and you should do the same, some of you that pop in the chat sometimes. I don't dare to say an absolute thing, prediction of what's going to happen, because they fail. They fail the predictions. They failed on the 16th of June. They predicted a G1 and it was a G3, so much stronger. And the opposite as well. They predict a solar storm and a flop. Nothing happened. I don't dare to do that because our knowledge is still very weak. For instance, there are CMEs that are called stealth CMEs, that are coronal mass ejections, that the solar storm occur, they impact Earth, and nothing was seen on the imagery. Reality. It appears from nowhere. It happened a while ago, maybe 1 or 2 months ago, something like from the sun, and bam, a huge impact. So the one of you that dare to... Don't be arrogant. Be humble. It's the sun. The king's son. Don't be arrogant. Trust the scientists that are working to deliver us the best information as they can. They work a lot on that. But don't ever be arrogant, because we don't know. They fail as well. So to say this nothing will happen, or the opposite, it will burn the whole world, it's a huge mistake. We here delivered you the information. I'm not a scientist, I'm a guy like you, and I deliver the information because I'm passionate about the sun. I'm passionate about astronomy in general, which includes the sun, which is one of the best objects in the sky and fascinating objects because it is near us. We see it all the day. It gives us money, it gives us health, and it can take the health as well and impact us on Earth. Us, and especially astronauts. And if we are a species that want to evolve and colonize the moon, Mars, etc., etc., and expand in the future, we will not be here, me and you. We should create a basis for the future. And the people that will be on space really needs this information. Really needs this information. But saying this is 100% this and this, many times we don't know. X1.2, according to NOAA, X1.3, for sure it will have coronal mass ejection. Being in front of us, for sure it is highly probable that we will have coronal mass ejection impacting Earth. On average, it will not be a huge thing. It will be something regular. But I don't dare to predict that. I'm not a predictor. I don't have a crystal ball here. I will deliver you more information. Let's see if they updated already the imagery. Don't be arrogant. Okay. We still don't have the coronal mass ejection. We have the X-flare here happening. Bam! On the face. Bam, 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 bam. Look at it. Here, you see the cross? Let's try another thing. Okay, here's the X-flare. Bam. Let's see if we can see anything. No, it's too early. Sometimes we can see anything, some things. Plasma being expelled. It's too early. An X-class flare, yes, we had. X1.3 according to NOAA. Remember, X1 it's 1. X2 doubles. It's the double of the power. And so on. Let's see more information. So there it is, the X-flare here. Here. This couple that we saw on the live stream were M. Here. This one, rose. to the X class. Solar proton is quiet, and the K index as well. Let's see. Let's see if we have here on this index already something. Not yet. This should rise here. We just broke another record for this cycle. It's not represented here yet, but more than 300 sunspots. Is it facing us? Yes. Yes, it is. It's facing us. It has around 1,000 kilometers per second, the radio emission, and the coronal mass ejection is likely. We are waiting for NOAA updates. Remember that you are receiving the news right now, and thank you, Kelly, for gifting 5 Dobsonian Power memberships. Thank you. Sonia, Rochelle, Twilight, Matt, and Powell, Zrazek. Welcome to the spaceship. You are now an explorer. You are an explorer. If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. Hey, Chris Green is in the house. Thank you so much, Chris Green. From Texas, the workshop man. Thank you so much. Bam, 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 bam to the earth. Bam to the earth. Thank you, people, and for, yes, 80 likes. It's, well, I will tell you, because at the beginning of the stream, I said to you that we had a Carrington event, not the one from 1869, but with only 80 likes. Isn't worth it. I will see the Olympics. Thank you so much, Kelly. Let me see how many likes. Yes, we had a Carrington event and I have the images. Okay, it's rising. It's rising. Thank you, Ronnie the Zombie. This is a representation of the X flare that we just had before the live stream. A strong X flare, X 1.3, with likely, for sure, coronal mass ejection associated, and due to the position on the face of the sun, it likely will hit us. Here. It was from here. From the angry face of the sun here. Bam! You see? Well, now we have more images. Yes, it looks like, you see? Like material here. Let me see with the other telescope. This is all fresh. This is updating the information. But it's so fresh that it's too early. And it dimmed here. Yes, coronal mass ejections on the way for sure. So expect auroras. It still has an eye, yes. Well, yesterday looked more like a face. For the explorers, the link that is on Discord works. If anybody, just for you to know. Okay, while we wait for more update of the imagery, basically, because nobody yet... No, this is not updated yet. Dr. Tony... This is the far side from helioseismology models. Strong week we have ahead. Look, more things to come. Look at this, huge. This is the far side, the orange part. The far side of the sun. It will rotate everything here, facing us. You see, they are mixing the magnetic fields here. Negative and positive. The red and the blue. Trouble.
Trouble.
Okay, let me show you. Because I bet most of you didn't know, while we wait for more images to come from the spacecraft to see if we can see the coronal mass ejection into space. Did you know that we had, and this is true, we had, after the Carrington event of 1869, we had another Carrington event. I just discovered it, and it's confirmed. It's right. It's from NASA, everything. On the year 2012. Anybody knew this year? Then I searched for information. This news that I saw from many years ago, from 2014, were well explained. I like this. This is from NASA website, science.nasa.gov. Near miss. The solar superstorm of July 2012. If an asteroid big enough to knock modern civilization back to the 18th century appeared out of deep space and buzzed the Earth-Moon system, the near miss will be instant worldwide headline news. In 2012, the Earth experienced a close shave just as perilous. But most newspapers didn't mention it. They named the impactor.
The impactor
Was an extreme solar storm, the most powerful in as much as more than 150 years. If it had hit, we would still be picking up the pieces, says Daniel Baker from the University of Colorado.
run to the bunker.
Extreme solar storms pose a threat to all forms of high technology. They begin with an explosion, a solar flare, like we just had before the stream, in the magnetic canopy of a sunspot. X-rays and extreme ultraviolet radiation reach the Earth at the speed of light, ionizing the upper layers of our atmosphere. Side effects of this solar EMP include radio blackouts, GPS navigation errors. Minutes to hours later, the energetic particles arrive. This is a solar flare. Before 2012, when researchers talked about, I will show you in a minute the model, so you can see that huge Carrington event and how lucky we were. Before July 2012, when researchers talked about extreme solar storms, their touchstone was the iconic Carrington event of September 1859. A similar storm today, something that you often ask here, a similar storm like Carrington event today, says NASA, could have a catastrophic effect. The total economic impact could exceed 2 trillion. Well, now it will be much more with inflation. Or 20 times greater than the cost of a Hurricane Katrina. Multi-ton transformers damaged by such a storm might take years to repair. The July 2012 storm was in all respects at least as strong as the 1859 Carrington event. The only difference is it missed the Earth. And now I will show you what happened in 2012, a huge Carrington event, at least a Carrington event. It could be worse, but our luck on Earth was that it missed the Earth. And here is the images. Hold on. Here are the images. – 2012. Freaking codex. freaking codex. Don't worry, I will show you. There we go. This was the Carrington event. So the Earth it's here, the Sun it's here. Hold on. Let me pause. The Earth it's here. The Sun it's at the middle. This is stereo A that received the impact. This is stereo B on the other side. Now look what happened from the Sun. Bam! This is and was the Carrington class event that happened on 2012. Our luck, we were not here. We were here. Nobody talked about this on the news and was of such an importance that you can't imagine. Bam. There we go again. Look. Bam. I just discovered this. Bam. Bam. Did you know this? Looks like a tsunami. Man, I didn't know this. And this was from NASA. I was confirming everything. I saw news, but very soft about what happened years ago. They didn't tell anything on the news. If it were today, even being farsighted, we will be here in this live stream, releasing the information immediately to you. Immediately, of course. And for sure, on the news, they would talk much more. Today. So we evolved from 2012 till now. Only 10 years or 12. Imagining add more 10 years from now. And imagine, if you can, the evolution that we will have from what we know right now. Hopefully. Hopefully, because this is very important. Very, very, very important. Let's see if they updated the images from the X 1.3 flare that just happened. A Carrington event, yes, we had a Carrington event, but it missed the Earth. So for the people that says nothing will happen, blah blah blah, we don't know. That's why I say be humble. We don't know, man. We don't know. I can be talking with you and suddenly one of you in the chat says, man, just next 10 just happened, and I have to see it. We don't know. We don't know. We are insignificant to the Sun.
The King's Son.
We only can appreciate, hope for the best, and be prepared for when something happens. The ones that say nothing will happen, when it happens, will not be prepared. Will not be prepared, physically and mentally. Let's see what we have. They didn't. We still have the X-flare happening, but no more. Let me see if some NASA element posted anywhere else. Hold on. Because this was an X flare. Only the X flare. X 1.3. Okay, we know already. Here one saying that is the 37.7. Ah, okay, 79 because it was the reassign. Okay, we want to keep an eye on the geomagnetic storms in a day or two, of course, that we know already. Remember that tomorrow, 9 and the 10, we will have auroras because we will have a solar storm arriving from the sun. aka CME. Everybody is waiting. NOAA says here that they are awaiting coronagraph imagery to perform a proper analysis at this time. Yes, they are waiting the same that we are waiting right now. The imagery from the coronagraph. It's this region. We have a circle here, an occultation circle. They have here an occultation circle with this arm here. So we can see the coronal mass ejection, the plasma that comes from the sun, and they can make a better prediction or forecast of what will happen in the days ahead. In 2-3 days. Let me see more. It's the last update from NOAA. Everybody is waiting for data. What everybody knows, it's what we know here. Which is this X flare just happened. I will synchronize again. Nothing, we don't have nothing. Right now. Yes, it's very, very active. Thank you, PPLN. If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. It will happen, the chaos. The chaos will happen. The chaos will happen sooner or later when such an event impacts with consequences on the power supplies. Did you know that we had that already on Canada? Did you know that we had that on Canada? Do you want to know more? Do you want to know more? I'll show you. I showed already the Carrington event. We had a second one in 2012. This is from 2014 as well. The news I found on space.com. I research, man. I love to understand the sun. And the ones that love to understand the sun and other things in the sky, you are in the right place. Amazing auroras from 1989, Great Solar Storm.
Run to the bunker now.
1989. And I'm sure they will tell here about, they will mention about the huge outage, power outage on Canada. That anybody knew what happened during years. For years, this happened, huge power outage on Canada, and nobody knew what was going on. If it was today, I will be warning you.
Run to the bunker.
1989. It was a spectacularly large sunspot that slowly came into view on the east limb of the sun on March 5, 1989. It's curious, every year it ends on the 9. 2029.
Apophis.
It's curious, a coincidence. 1989, covering an area equal to roughly 3,000 millionths of the solar disk, it was the largest spot that had ever been seen at so high a northern latitude on the sun. The very next day, this mammoth sunspot produced a major solar flare, ranked as an X-15.
Run to the bunker. Now.
X-15. I remind you that the one we just had before the live stream was 10x lower, as X1.3. So from X1 to X15. More than 10x. It was one of the most intense flares ever recorded and was so powerful that it saturated the detectors on the GOES satellite that recorded the event. Let me see the effects. On Canada, let's see. Because I'm sure they talked about this. Okay. There we go, there we go, there we go. The variations in the Earth's magnetic field also tripped circuit breakers on Hydro-Quebec's power grid. Much of Quebec province suddenly lost electrical power. 6 million people.
6 million people
Were affected, and the ensuing blackout lasted more than 9 hours. So the ones that say it doesn't happen, listen to this, very careful. It happened on 1989. 1989, 25 years ago roughly. Canada. Blackout. Bam. Nothing. No lights, no internet, nothing. You will have nothing when such a huge blackout happened. 6 million people were affected, and it lasted more than 9 hours. Can you imagine? Can you, or did you already think about being 9 hours without power supply? Add to that kids at home, or people, stressed people, nothing working. The Quebec blackout was by no means a local event. New York Power lost 150 megawatts the moment the Quebec power grid went down. The New England power pool lost 1,400 megawatts at about the same time. Service to 96 electrical utilities in New England was interrupted, while other reserves of electrical power were brought online. Luckily, the United States had the power to spare at the time, but just barely. Across the country, from coast to coast, over 200 power grid problems erupted within minutes of the start of the March 13 storm. Fortunately, none of these caused a blackout. It was the second one. I remember that at the beginning of the news was first one storm and then another one. This one this time was on March 13. It's always a sequence of events. Could it happen again? Well, they were right on back in this time of this news. They were on the solar minimum, I think. Yeah, cycle 24. We are on the peak of the cycle 25 of the sun. We need to cope with that, blah blah blah, studies, blah blah blah. The chances of a truly devastating power outage from space weather remain low, the report says. Well, but should one occur, it warns, modern society's dependence on electrical power, it's our dependence, man. To keep banking systems to potable water supplies could indeed cause a national, if not international, emergency costing trillions of dollars during years of recovery. Man, that's enough. I had enough of this. Just for you to be aware that it can happen again. Not only it can happen, it will happen again. The question is when? When? You see, this is science. This is from NASA, events that were recorded. They had a model about that Carrington event, two different things. The Carrington event, the second one on 2012. And this one that was real, that impacted Quebec on 1989. Did you know that Quebec, as well as the coast of California on the United States, the rock that is underneath has more iron. The conductivity, because when the solar storms come from that energy comes from the through the magnetic fields, no, from the sun, through the earth magnetic fields, through the poles. They don't go directly to the LED lights on the street. They go into the crust. And from there, if they have more conductivity on the rocks, etc., on metal, they spread faster. And then they go up to the power lines, which are impossible to protect because they are a vast number of them, a large number, and extended. That's why I don't say no, I don't say yes, and I don't say no to the possibility that many people, scientists, are studying of the earthquakes being triggered, sometimes being triggered by solar storms. We need to evolve and study more that subject, because in my basic non-scientist and simple ordinary human mind, that at least I still think, it's my mind, I think that it has some logic. If there's energy underneath, it has some logic that it can cause something. Please, scientists, keep studying that. We will be monitoring your work. No? Gold as well. I was studying. I told you, man, when I like something, some topic, and I love the sun, man. Man, I promise you, a few years ago, I thought the sun, I had the telescopes and I thought the sun is boring. I promise you it's true. I thought it was boring. And in part because everything that we see about the sun with telescopes, it's of imagery. It's doing photography and that thing, and I thought it's boring. But the real stuff on astronomy is not on the photography. Forget it. The real stuff on astronomy is to understand where we are and what surrounds us. That's where the real stuff is, and that's where we don't know anything. Well, almost anything. So it's the spirit of what? Of an explorer. You are an explorer. Say what? Yeah, man. The trick is that one. Where's that message? Where's that message here? Let me pull it. Where's that message? From Mario. Don't worry, be happy. The trick is that. Do you see me unhappy? No. And I'm aware of what's happening. The trick is that. To keep your happiness as high as you can during your life, but being aware of the things that are happening. No? Does that make sense? Body upgrade. Well, man. It will not be for us, man. Maybe some parts we will have. Hopefully, because I will need some of that. 3780, look. Nothing as an image to show you. $37.80. Look. It's here. So far, it's doing nothing, look. Nothing special. It's having activity. It had huge activity here. In the moment, it returned from the far side. But now... You see it here? So far, the ones that are the protagonists of everything that it's happening right now, these days, are these two guys here. This one at the right, this one at the left. And look what we have here for next week already. How's that sound? How's that sound? For the next week. But we never know, you see. This one, man, imagine that it will rotate. This is the last image. I will put you the last image. Right now it's here. Imagine that right now or tomorrow or after, it's its turn to show up and start getting us in trouble. Seems a bit quiet, no? Not much interaction. While these ones, well, the same. This, look at the dynamics of this one. Hold on. This one. Look. They are always interaction here and here. And this one, the big one, seems like the calm before the storm. You see? It's like a giant there waiting.
Waiting for the day.
This is the 3780 that you were asking for. July 2025? That's in the future, we don't know nothing about that. Yeah. should stay like this. It looks like we will see when it returns. Because you never saw the sun so active, because the last solar cycle was weak. The 24 was weak, and they were thinking that we will have a 25 cycle, this one right now, even weaker. They were talking about solar minimum, things like that. But it was not, man. This is the sun. This is the sun. This is unpredictable. We know nothing. We can more or less try to figure it out. At least to me and you, we will know a bit more than the average people you see on the street. That's for sure. And they will panic everything, and you will remember. Okay, let's stay calm. I have my water, my canned food. Some of you have other things, batteries or whatever. To stay calm and deal with the situation until the blackout, if it happens, pass. No internet, nothing. If it happens during our lifetime. That's the way to go. Always good vibes, man. That's the way to go. Hey, Mr. U290963. Thank you for your super shot. You. Meanwhile I will checking the imagery. Thanks. Thank you. Let's zoom out to see. Not yet, nothing. We will have to wait. We will have to wait for the images to come first. This is on in real time, so NASA has the same imagery, but they have the expertise and knowledge, and they work on that. The scientists will deal with those images and try to predict. And guess what? You will know. Thank you, Dennis Baker, for becoming a Super Explorer! Thank you so much! Super Explorer. Welcome to the Super Explorer spaceship. As I was telling you, imagine that tomorrow we have all the information. Robbie the singer pilot is in the house! Be aware, Robbie! Robbie, stay away from the poles right now. Thank you, Robbie, for your super shot! You. And says Robbie.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, Robbie. Fed up? The sun? Ah. Oh yeah. The singer pilot is in the house. The pilot that sings while he's flying and piloting the airplane. Too much radiation, he says crazy things. We have to time out him in the chat. Too much radiation sometimes. Okay, as I was saying, if something happened, imagine tomorrow. It's something happened. If when they release this information on Discord, on our Discord, there's a section that we have. It's free. Discord, it's free. Look, I will leave the link in the chat. On Discord, we have a solar section where mainly me and Kevin. Kevin, it's like it's super fast. If something happened, he share with us. Something huge, he share with us, and me as well. But as I will be very, very busy these 3 days ahead, so I will keep watching my device, but he usually is faster. So we will update that information to you as well, if something important comes. You see, this is that 2012 storm didn't launch just one CME into space, but many. Many. That's why the superstorm. It is likely that the Carrington event was also associated with multiple eruptions, and this may turn out to be a key requirement for extreme events. So what they say on NASA is that it is more likely to have an extreme event when we have a sequence of huge events. Remember the 10th of May when they released a cannibal that we call a cannibal coronal mass ejection? They were at least 7 or 8 in a row. Bam, 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 bam. Usually it's like that. Not something like we had just now. We don't know yet the coronal mass ejection, but and notice this, without the coverage, because this was stereo mission that captured that information on 2012. 2012, man. 12 years ago, man. Only 12 years ago. Like a 12 years ago only. And without, if we didn't have the stereo mission there to capture that, they say here on NASA, we as a society might have been blissfully ignorant of this remarkable solar storm. And they speculate how many others of this scale of solar storm, this huge solar storm, just happened to miss the Earth and our space detection systems. We need to improve our knowledge on the sun. We need to improve it. Thank you, Robbie, for your super thanks. Thank you, Robbie. I bet you just finished a trip. No, from this X-class flare, it is unlikely something huge happen. We are just monitoring this because this one is unlikely. But if something huge happen, we will be here talking. We were on before the 10th of May talking about that. Everybody here knew in advance what's going to happen on the 10th of May. You were not surprised by that. You were not surprised. We need to improve, man. Science and everything space related look what's happening now. We have the star line from Boeing there. It was supposed to be 8 days, man. A couple of astronauts there from United States. They are stuck there on space. 8 days will become probably 8 months. We need to evolve. And the sun is very important because those guys up there are much more vulnerable to these events. Yes, we can say, no, this is nothing to us, but to them, they don't have the protection we have out there. Let me see if they have already. Not yet. Not yet. Guys, I will land the spaceship and we will keep you updated about every information about this event. It can happen more. Let me just see if just happened anything else. No, it faded. So it was a large X 1.3 flare. We are waiting for the images. We are waiting for the NOAA updates. It is unlikely that something huge happened, but coronal mass ejection and auroras in the sky in 1, 2, 3 days are very, very possible to happen, which is an interesting thing. Robbie! Thank you, Robbie, for gifting 10 Dobsonian Power memberships, man! Thank you! Steve Miller, Yvonne, Loaded, Deborah, Tim, Sabor, Mark, Tamara, Sean, Jenny and Jason, welcome to the spaceship because now you are an explorer. You are an explorer. Thank you so much, Chelsea. We have to trust, man. We have to be positive. We have to be positive. We evolve in many things. Keep positive, man. Keep positive. Don't be biased by the stuff. Don't watch TV. Just watch the Olympics or stuff to entertain yourself, but don't watch the news and that's crap to your brain. And so you can keep positive and healthy. Like I am here. Always positive. Always positive. Guys, by the way, I wish you a very positive weekend to all of you. I will keep in touch with you and live stream again to update everything of the weekend if we're still here on Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. Next week. Thank you. Put the sunscreen.